Yeah, welcome to the dojo, baby, man. Have no fear, TyKwonDoe is here, man. Y'all see what's going on? We got a new camera, a new setup, and all new bangers coming for 2022, man. Y'all know we coming different dojo to the moon, to Saturn, and we leaving the solar system. The limps won't even know we exist. Now listen, outside of that, you know what I'm saying, we about to get back on the grind and stuff like that, but I had to come back with a strong video, right? Because I don't want people to get this mixed up. Y'all know one of my famous lines is fall back till she crawl back. And one thing I don't want people to do is use it without understanding it, right? Because a lot of y'all, what y'all might do is fall back and then be like, bro, I ain't, you know, the results she didn't crawl back, she did it, and you don't even know why she didn't crawl back. So let me break it down. Let's get into the mind of the master, the mind of the sensei, so we can really understand what's going on here and what went wrong, what went right, and what you should be doing in order to get the results. Because as anything is, results may vary, you know what I'm saying? But you could position yourself a certain kind of way that when you fall back, she does crawl back. So first and foremost, what I want to explain is it never was meant to be a manipulation thing. It was never meant to be, oh, you need to fall back though so that she can crawl back. It was never meant to be like that. It's just a simple fact. It was like a statement more so. Man, fall back and watch her crawl back. Like, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. So the different context is that when you use it, it's not to save yourself. It's not that you fuck up or she doesn't like you and then you fall back and then you hope that she crawls back. Usually it's something like, let's say I'm messing with a girl and she acts in a certain way or does things that I don't like, right? And this usually happens early on. It can happen later in a relationship, who knows? But it usually happens early on because she may be used to acting and doing certain things with other dudes that I don't tolerate. Now I gotta turn this off so that y'all can't hear the notifications and stuff like that. We will be live on Twitch tonight, so make sure y'all tune in to Twitch, Instagram, Patreon. I'm dropping a banger on Patreon today about self-esteem. Now listen, and you can get on Patreon for one-on-one calls and direct messaging. I look at screenshots, all types of stuff. Now listen, as I was saying, it's more so like you fall back when she ain't acting right, because if she don't act right, then she gonna get left. Nah, y'all know how that shit go, man. Y'all know how it go. If she don't act right, then she gonna get left. You understand? So don't look at it like, oh yeah, I'm gonna spam this. I'm gonna spam square and the combo and boom, 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 and then and I'm gonna fall back and she gonna chase me. Yes, she gonna, like, listen, no. Listen, how you use it is, you have to, when you're first bagging her or getting to know her, or whatever that first early part of the stage is, you have to show her who you are. And a lot of guys don't do that. They try to bag her. They try to make her like them rather than be themselves. See the whole, and let me know, y'all gotta let me know in the comments if it's like an echo in the room or something like that. But the difference between trying to bag her and make her like you and showing her who you are is that, one, you suit it to her. That's when you tell her what she want to hear. That's when you do what she wants. That's when you avoid things that you know she may or may not like, and you like walk on eggshells and, you know, don't want to fuck up and you're scared to lose her type shit. That guys who act like that is guys who women can tell don't have other women. Women can tell these dudes don't know how to handle women. They don't know how to. They don't have any options. They're desperate. They're needy. So all that translates into that. Now I could break that down furthermore, but let's keep going here. So then in the other one, and a lot of y'all wonder why a girl can tell that you get women. So listen, it's been times in my life, let's say I've been dealing with a girl and I tell her the truth, like I'm not even messing with other girls, or I tell her, yes, I am messing with other girls. Regardless of the fact or whether she believes me or not, she can tell from how I deal with her and treat her if I get other women or not. Or not just that, if I get other women or not, if I'm able to. Because it's not just that women like a guy who women want. It's reasons behind that, right? It's you're desirable not just to her, but to other women, period. And she can see that the same way you could in her. And not just on a physical level, but this is where I'm saying the whole fall back till she crawls back thing is that when you let her get to know you, is when you show her who you are and she sees you for who you really are, not who you're portraying. It's a different type of attachment or respect and admiration she'll have for you in that sense. So what happens is, let's say she's not acting right, and then she sees that you might leave or stop messing with her and keep it pushing and, you know, mess with other girls or focus on what your priorities are in life. She realizes I'm wrong and she comes back. And the whole idea of crawling back is just in the sense that she comes back on her knees. No, not literally on her knees. I mean, it depends on how you play your cards. But she comes back humbly, right? Like, I was wrong. You know, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna fix what, you know, mistakes I made. Now, this could happen for you too. A girl could do it to a guy. He could be acting arrogant. He could do some shit, disrespect her, and she don't like that, so she fall back. She stops texting him as much. She stops calling him as much. She starts pulling back. So as what happens there is that the person who pulls back when the other person is attached, not fully attached, like this shit takes months. I'm talking about like this shit could happen in 2 weeks, bro. Like really 2 FaceTime calls if you really him. If you really
like him and don't like him, there's nothing you could do about him because he's number one. Whether you like him or don't like him, there's nothing you can do about him because he's number one.
Now listen, that's a part of the buttons I got. We got new meme sounds and all that.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
So listen, this is a whole different bunch of sounds on that. I'm gonna go over them on Twitch tonight. You already know what's going on. You're not him. You're not Timothy Chalamet. You're not him Jong-un. You're not Hemi Turner. You're not Hemi Neutron. You're not him. I can literally do this for me, bro, on everything I love. After that first FaceTime call I get on with that girl, you go damn near pack it up. I already know when I get on that call, we're gonna have a conversation about something. I mean, just look at the E-dates I go on and how I talk to women that actually have substance to them, that I actually connect with, and how quickly we can get into a conversation, how quickly we can start talking about something, how quickly she can get interested, and how even after the fact, if I'm just literally sitting on the screen being monotone and dry and laid back, from that conversation, I have showed her who I am. I have showed her how I think. I have showed her all these different things to where it's like, damn, when I get to know them more, like not only does it make them curious, but they know based on how I move and how I talk to them, they just know so many other things that you can't see between the lines. As a normal guy, you can't see it, but as a girl, right? Think of women, bro. All they see is men come at them all the time. So there's the moment you do some cornball shit, some sucker shit, she done seen a bunch of suckers, so you already getting scratched off. But getting back into a fallback till she crawls back, if you don't give her a reason to crawl back or something she deems is worth chasing or worth working for, she won't crawl back. She won't come back. What it really happens is the moment you fall back, she's like, oh, thank God, this dude was annoying. This dude was annoying. He calls me 5 times a day, texts me back every 2 minutes. He's clingy, needy, annoying. And is always thinking about me, my body, and just this dude just brings nothing with him. So when he fall back, she's like damn near ready to pray that you don't come back. But when she recognizes that you're a dude of value, a dude of substance, a dude of ambition, a dude of honor, integrity, all types of shit that we carry in the dojo, and then she see you fall back on top of every other dude that she done messed with at this point is a bozo. Wait, wrong button.
Hello, bozo.
Every other dude she done messed with is a clown. All these suckers, they telling her what she want to hear. They walking on ice when they talk to her. They just trying to fuck. They all the same. It's so easy when you do and act when you think a certain kind of way. No matter if it's a different person, their actions will be the same because y'all think the same. So thoughts lead to actions, thoughts lead to feelings, feelings lead to actions, and actions lead to results. So the reason she can recognize a limp from another limp, and how I break it down in all my videos. We see it. The limps do the same thing. They act and think the same. Why? It's the blueprint. So guess what? It's the exact opposite though. When she see different, when she see him,
you like him and don't like him, there's nothing you could do about him because he's number one. Whether you like him or don't like him, there's nothing you can do about him because he's number one.
She's gonna hold on to that because it's not often that a guy has the power to even leave a girl alone. It's not often that a guy is genuinely about what he says he's about and everything he says he is and more. See, that's the thing. I could sit there and show her who I am, and it's still sides of me she has not seen. It's still levels of my character, ambition, and depths of my soul that she still has not seen. So just by that taste, just by me letting her get to know me, let her inside my mind just a little bit, or even based on how I move. Go watch the Haley date. Just a woman can tell by your nonchalantness, like the power you have over yourself. It's so many things below the surface which can be seen. It's only the tip of the iceberg. So then when you fall back by giving her a sneak peek of that, you have now created a new stalker. Listen, I can't even get on this camera and say too much because there's too many people that know me in real life that be on this shit. But listen, you could ask any of my IRL friends, bro. It's chicks that I will not talk to for months. I come back around, where's Ty? Long-term crushes on me because they know I only evolve. So the me they met back then is not even me. Listen, I'm not even the same person I was yesterday, let alone last week, last month, last year. And I already was carrying myself a certain kind of way back then. That's the power of the attachment of showing them who you are, and them knowing you for who you really are, not what they think you are, not what not what people perceive you as or people think about you, but who you really are. And you got to know how to show her that. You got to know how to communicate. You got to know how to express yourself. You got to know yourself in order to show somebody who you are. And 9 times out of 10, bro, the simplest way to put it, that's why I'm about to drop a self-esteem video on Patreon, is a lot of you dudes don't even like yourselves. So if you don't like yourself, the closest person to you is you. So if you don't like yourself as the closest person to you, how the hell you think she could like you texting you in her bedroom however many miles away? How the heck you think she could like you through FaceTime? How the heck she could think she could like being around you? You don't even like living in your own skin. So just by that lack of self-love, that lack of knowledge of self, lack of self-appreciation, that translates into your game. Because people who believe in themselves and people who think like losers, a lot of y'all worry about standing out. The definition is already going to be seen. But before you even get to fall back till you crawl back, the only reason I can see this not making sense to somebody is if they have an image in their head of what game is. So they're trying to do what they think is the right thing to do instead of doing what they want to do. And that's where making that impact on that girl, that long-lasting impact, she'll see the difference between you and you'll stand out from other guys. Because like I said in the beginning, a lot of guys will walk on ice. They'll walk on eggshells. They'll tell her what she wants to hear. They will avoid things that they know she might not like to hear or might not like to see or might turn her off. When you love yourself enough to be yourself to the core, and she can tell you're doing just that, she'll take you with the turn-offs and the turn-ons. Because she know at least, excuse me, I feel like I got a burp, but that shit not coming out. Excuse me. She'll know you're being yourself so authentically that right or wrong, she respects your character. Right or wrong, she at least knows she could trust you. And that right there is that powerful impact, that powerful connection, which that when you fall back, she'll begin to appreciate how you was when you were here. And then guess what? Crawl back, finna be strong, baby. Now listen, bro. It feels good to record this video on this camera, but like I just keep looking at it, bro. Y'all ever see me look over here? I'm looking at the camera. Like this shit is crispy as fuck. But just a little update on y'all, man. Just know after that long intermission of like the last 2 weeks, it's been probably the busiest 2 weeks of my life. It's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of movement. I've been starting school at the same time. You know, like, bro, I probably put at least like 600 miles on my car in the last 2 weeks. Just cause all the moving around I've been doing, all the shaking and baking, setting things up, like buying stuff, you know, but it's all worth it. And at the end of the day, like I explained in the setup tour video, when you believe in yourself, you commit to anything and everything which will evolve you. And for me, that was going back to school, that was trying to balance the life of being a full-time student and a full-time content creator, because guess what? This is all a part of who I am. This is all a part of what I want to do. So at the end of the day, I'm gonna make it work. I'm gonna make it happen. And guess what? Guess what?
You like him and don't like him, there's nothing you could do about him because he's number one. Whether you like him or don't like him, there's nothing you can do about him because he's number one.
So listen, when it all comes down to it, man, DOJO to the moon to Saturn, and we leaving the solar system. The limits won't even know we exist, man. 170K pack on the way, coming in hot, baby.